Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I am here for another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 games that I think would work really well with Nintendo Labo. So let's get right on into it. So Nintendo just announced DLC, and I think they already have it out actually right now, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe free DLC that will allow you to use the Toycon motorbike from the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to control the bikes in that game. I thought this was really cool, and they're not stopping there, guys. They're going to be doing even more of this. So let's read exactly what Nintendo had to say on this. They said Mario Kart Deluxe is the first game outside of Nintendo Labo software to receive Toycon support, and more titles will be compatible with Nintendo Labo in the future. Please stay tuned. So I thought it would be fun, since they are going to be adding more Labo interaction with mainline games. I thought it'd be fun to pick 5 different games and uses where I think a Nintendo Labo product, maybe one that is already released, or one that isn't released, that would work really well with these games that I'm going to be talking about. So let's get right on into it. So the first game I have is actually Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I know you're saying, well, hold up. Well, you just talked about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You just said the Toycon motorbike from the Labo Variety Kit works with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And yes, it does, and that's great, and that's awesome. But this is Mario Kart. This is not Mario Bike. This is not Mario Motorcycle. The name of the game is Mario Kart, and we currently have no Labo Kart. I feel like that's a little weird. So I think that we should be able to control Mario Kart Deluxe with a Labo Kart. And I'm not pulling this out of nowhere, guys. In the reveal trailer for Nintendo Labo, there was indeed a cart shown. It had a steering wheel, it even had a gear changer and a keys and a pedal that you could push. I'll show you guys right here the little clip where it was shown. But this Labo was never released, and I'm thinking it's part of some kind of Variety Kit 2 that will be releasing later, and I'm hoping that when this cart releases, this will also work for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so you can control the carts in the game. I don't want to use a motorbike Labo to control a Mario Kart. I want to use a kart Labo to control Mario Kart, so I hope that that happens. Number 2, Mario Tennis. This is something that I actually we were talking about on the podcast, I believe, with Andre's Restart, and that is that Mario Tennis should have Labo, should have a Mario Tennis racket Labo. Now this one I think would be a little bit less ingenuity, whatever the word is that I'm thinking of. It'd be a little less interactive. Typically Labo has more moving parts than a tennis racket. This one would act more as your just standard, in a lot of ways just your standard, kind of plastic attachment, but with Labo, so you can actually build it yourself, which I think is a lot cooler. And there are some different things they can do with interactive parts, but personally I don't really have that many ideas. But I do think it would be cool to actually build your own tennis racket that you can slide into your Joy-Con instead of buying one of those crappy plastic ones. That's not nearly as fun. So I think having an actual racket that you could buy for Mario Tennis would be really cool. And they have that kind of swing mode where you actually use your Joy-Con as kind of like almost like a Wii Sports thing, where you swing your tennis racket, as you're shooting your Joy-Con, it swings your tennis racket, how you're swinging it. And I think that would be a lot cooler if you had a buildable Labo attachment that you could slide over that and use for that. So I think that would be neat. Doesn't necessarily have to be like the most crazy out there Labo thing. I just think it would be really neat to use that for the swing mode in Mario Tennis Aces. Number 3, Luigi's Mansion. This one is going into that more actual creative uses of the Nintendo Labo, and that is that I want that a flashlight or a poltergust Nintendo Labo. I think that would be really, really cool. Building a flashlight that you could stick your Joy-Con in and press a button and have it like actually work. You can use motion controls to control it, and or maybe have a vacuum. You can actually attach, like, build like a vacuum pack to go over your back. And kind of tube, and you got the vacuum, you got your poltergust in one hand, and you got your flashlight in the other, and you're playing Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, wouldn't that be just the coolest thing ever? I just think that would be absolutely amazing, and just a very cool representation of actually having a real poltergust and a flashlight in your hand. Playing Luigi's Mansion, I think, would be really, really cool. Hopefully we're actually getting a Luigi's Mansion 3, and then after that we gotta hope that we actually get a Labo for this, but I just think that would be super, super epic, because Luigi's Mansion is a cool game, and I think just having an actual poltergust and flashlight with you would just be really, really dope. So I really hope that happens. Number 4, Pokemon Snap. Now this is another one I got from actually going back and looking at the reveal trailer for Nintendo Labo, and there was a camera, an unreleased camera Labo in the trailer. It actually, you can see it right here. You actually had the one of the Joy-Cons in a kind of slot where you use as kind of the button to actually take the picture, and the other one was in like the lens itself, and you twisted that, and it kind of knew the rotation, so you could zoom in or zoom out. Just by rotating the lens itself, just like you would an actual like DSLR camera. So this would be super awesome for Pokemon Snap. And if you don't know what Pokemon Snap is, it's a game that released on the N64 where you actually kind of were in like a cart, and you rode along the stage and you took pictures of Pokemon in their natural environments. And having a new Pokemon Snap with all of the different kinds of Pokemon, different scenarios, and really, really good graphics, and working with Nintendo Labo where you could actually zoom in and focus your picture on these Pokemon with this cool Labo camera, and actually use the motion controls in the Switch to kind of aim the camera. Like, it's almost like using an actual real camera, like you're there in real life taking pictures of Pokemon. So I think that would just be absolutely incredible. Just seeing a Pokemon Snap 2 with all kinds of new Pokemon, with a new graphics engine that just looks really, really amazing, and seeing just a kind of more interactions we could see between Pokemon with the higher, way higher graphics of the Nintendo Switch versus the Nintendo 64 would just be awesome. And having this Labo accessory where it feels like you're actually holding a camera and taking pictures of these Pokemon would be super, super awesome. Number 5, for the last idea, I was actually thinking Nintendo Land 2. So Nintendo Land was a collection of mini games on the Nintendo Wii U, which acted kind of a theme park, and they were all based on Nintendo's franchises. They all used the Wii U gamepad in unique and fun ways, and it was probably one of the best games on the Wii U, and it was just absolutely amazing. And I've been hoping for either a port of this game or a new one to come to the Nintendo Switch, and using a Labo for it would actually be really, really awesome. So to go back to my Luigi's Mansion idea, I think that the flashlight and poltergust from that could actually be used not only for a Luigi's Mansion 3, but for a Luigi's Mansion minigame in Nintendo Labo, or Nintendo Land 2. So I think that would be really, really awesome. You could use, you could make your own Master Sword for that Zelda minigame that was in the game where you actually went around and, slashed enemies. Maybe you could even have one Joy-Con be the sword, and the other Joy-Con you actually built a shield around it, and you could block with your shield and swing with your sword. I think that would just be absolutely incredible. Maybe you make another one is a bow, because you could actually have one character as a archer in that game. So having sword and shield for some characters and a bow for another character would just be absolutely fantastic for Labo. I think that'd be really, really fun. And the last idea I had was a gun for the Metroid game, and this one actually came from, again, the reveal trailer. The reveal trailer had a lot of really cool Labos that haven't been released, and I'm really hoping that it's actually for a Variety Kit too, and I think it will be. So I think that gun, it was interesting how it worked, because you could aim, it seemed like one of the Joy-Cons was in the handle so you could aim the gun with motion controls, but another one was actually in the barrel of the gun and would move around inside as you kind of cocked it and shot. So I think that one is kind of to, detect when you're pulling it back and, reloading the gun and all that. And I think that would be really, really cool for a Metroid game or some kind of other shooter Nintendo game. So in Nintendo Land 2, I think that would just be absolutely incredible, and Nintendo Labo would make that game even more spectacular than it was on the Nintendo Wii U. So anyways, guys, that's all for this video. Those were my 5 ideas for games that would work really, really well with Nintendo Labo. What did you think of my ideas, and do you have any ideas of your own? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to see more awesome videos Monday through Saturday, and live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And thank you guys all for watching. I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye!